Good morning, Bhargav. Today is Friday, November 10th, and here's a heads-up brief for today. Today's production to our clients consisted of a total of 61 issues. We covered 36 issues in East Asia Pacific, 15 issues in South Asia, 10 issues in the EMEA region. I will be briefing you on the major issues of today's production.
Hey, Bassel, thank you. Let's move on to the major issues, please.
In East Asia Pacific, I'll be covering the top two of the 36 issues. Multiple pro-Palestine protests and rallies are scheduled to take place in Australia and New Zealand today, tomorrow, and on November 12th. For instance, protesters will demonstrate at the Band Rotunda, Auckland domain at 2 p.m. local time. In addition, the Friends of Palestine WA will carry out a pro-Palestine protest rally in Perth, Western Australia tomorrow at Forest Place around 5 p.m. local time. Hundreds to thousands of protesters are expected to show up for the protests. We released an APAC advisory on this today.
Yes, as the war rages in Gaza, the pro-Palestine voice seems to be gaining momentum across the board, especially in some of these liberal countries like Australia. So let's keep a closer eye on this. Thank you.
Sure. In Timor-Leste, Prime Minister Xanana Gusmao called on the General Commander of the National Police and Military to identify personnel involved in MAGs and make them take an oath of neutrality during Independence Day on November 28th. The statement from the PM comes after a series of MAG clashes that killed 7 and damaged multiple houses in the Lurba and Carabao areas of Bobonaro municipality on November 3rd. Despite the calls to suspend MAGs, they are likely to persist in the country. This is mainly due to the political patronage that MAGs enjoy, which offers them a certain level of immunity. We released an APAC advisory on this today as well.
Yes, MAG-related violence continues to be a concern, and this is more of a concern because law enforcement is infiltrated, and as the president himself is concerned about such an involvement among the law enforcement personnel, it is unlikely to end anytime soon. They have taken multiple initiatives to ensure that the MAC members channelize their energies, their time into a more legitimate, more productive activities such as sports. So we'll have to see how the government reacts to such developments. So let's keep our clients updated on this. Thank you.
Yes, sure. In Myanmar, acting President Myint Sui stated on November 8th that the ongoing conflict between ethnic armed organizations and the military in Shan State has the potential to break up the country. The alliance, consisting of the Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army, the Tang National Liberation Army, and the Arakan Army, has announced that they have blocked vital trade routes with China as well. The government is concerned about Operation 1027 expanding nationwide, as multiple ethnic armed organizations have launched coordinated operations in recent weeks. We covered this as the major development in EAP today.
Yes, the blockage of major trade routes is a major concern for the military government as well as to China. China has played a very proactive role in ensuring that the opposing sides come to the table, at least to ensure there is functional business going on along these key routes. So let's keep a close eye on how the hostilities expand across the country and if there will be any kind of negotiations or ceasefires between the belligerent parties, especially the alliance as well as the military. So I would be interested to know how China reacts to this. So please request the relevant team members to update us on that. Thank you.
Very well noted, Bhargav. In South Asia, I'll be covering the top 2 of the 15 issues. In India, security measures will be heightened in view of the Diwali celebrations from November 12th to 14th. Around 1,300 policemen will be deployed across 245 railway stations in the state to maintain security during Diwali. Major railway stations will receive 24-hour rotational security. Over 18,000 security personnel have been deployed in Chennai, especially in T. Nagar, Pandi, Bazaar, on a rotational basis. The primary risk during the festive period emerges from the threat of terrorism and communal tensions. We released an APAC advisory on this today.
Yes, so Diwali is by far the biggest festival in Indian subcontinent, and the concerns are very real. especially the communal tensions. However, it needs to be noted that the Indian forces are very much capable if they are motivated enough to control such an outbreak of violence. So let's keep our clients updated on that as well. Thank you.
In Bangladesh, the BNP, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, has announced a 48-hour countrywide blockade starting from 6 a.m. local time on November 12th. The blockade is being held to pressure the Awami League-led government to resign and hold the upcoming election under a caretaker administration. Parties affiliated with the opposition Ganatantra Mancha alliance are likely to participate in the protests and demonstrations. Security measures will be heightened in major cities like Dhaka, Chattogram, Sylhet, and Khulna due to the propensity for violence during the blockade. We covered this as a major development in South Asia today.
Yes, the anti-incumbent sentiment seems to be gripping the country, with the political parties in opposition trying to use that to their advantage. Now, however benign the idea of a caretaker government for objectivity may be, it is unlikely that the Awami League government is going to relent. And I would expect more of such protests nationwide ahead of the elections. So please monitor the situation closely on the ground and update the relevant clients on the same. Thank you.
Yes, sure. Finally, in the EMEA region, I'll be covering the top 2 of the 10 issues. In Spain, Catalan separatist party Junts per Catalonia and the Spanish Socialist Party signed an agreement yesterday. The agreement paves the way for a left-wing national government. Socialist politician Santos Cerdan announced that the deal means the Catalan party will support the Spanish government for a 4-year term. In exchange for the support of the Catalan separatists, an amnesty law to remove criminal charges related to the Catalan independence push will be pursued. Meanwhile, co-founder of the far-right Vox party was shot in the face in the capital, Madrid, yesterday. This comes after the Vox party held a protest in front of the ruling Socialist Party headquarters in Madrid against an amnesty deal with Catalonian separatists. We conveyed this to our clients via an advisory message today.
All right, thank you.
Concerning Israel and Palestine, the US yesterday said that Israel has agreed to daily 4-hour pauses in military operations in North Gaza. Prime Minister Netanyahu has reiterated that there will be no ceasefire. Foreign passport holders' evacuation has resumed at the Rafah crossing point on the Gaza-Egypt border. Also, clashes between Hezbollah and Israel continued along the Lebanese-Israeli border. We conveyed this to our clients via an advisory message today as well.
Thank you, Bassel. Keep updating the information on the hostilities in Gaza and integrate with the clients as well. Thank you. Nothing further from my end.
Thanks, Bhargav. That's all for today.